Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krista.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go! Hello!
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm feeling better.
Yeah?
I got a cold on like Friday, probably from being at the ER with my little dude last week because Lord knows what goes around in emergency room.
Right.
I'm going to be doing that a lot tonight. So for next time, I'm going to try to turn this way. So Saturday I had no voice. I was squeaky, couldn't say anything. And Tim was like, when are you recording? I was like, Monday. He's like, okay.
Good luck.
So yesterday was a little bit better. And then today I have my voice mostly back. But I sucked on 2 cough drops the whole drive here and I cannot feel my tongue right now. So
are there the like mentholy lemon ones?
No, I like mint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like spearmint, whatever flavors. So that was my
Bob really likes the like berry balls version. I don't know.
I like those too.
Eats those like candy.
Oh, I don't do that.
And I sent one to him like in a package and I sent him like a package of them and he goes, I'll put that with my medicine, but I promise not to eat these ones like candy. Like,
don't just down them, please. Yeah.
So gross. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't do
like, ew. Yuck.
No, but I like the mint ones and I get the doing.
Is she chewing on something?
She's currently licking the carpet and the baseboard.
I don't know. It's a thing outside on the turf too. Like, I don't know if it's the rabbit poop that she's trying to get out of the little bits or what, but like she just like nibbles inside of the turf, but she doesn't actually like pull it apart or anything.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Try not to sniff in the mic like I just did. I am sorry.
Yeah. My sinuses have been kicking me. I almost went to urgent care this morning because in order for me to be able to get rid of like a sinus infection, I have to have like some sort of steroid or something. And I've seen my doctor, like my normal doctor, a couple times. And Bob was like, why don't you just email him and just ask him just to give you a prescription?
Can I please?
Right. And I'm like, I don't know. But then I didn't end up going and I totally side quested and cut all of the bushes out front.
Because that's good for your sinuses.
One side. Oh, dude, I was going crazy with the, it's like an evergreen bush.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have problems with evergreens. Like I grew up with natural trees in the house and every winter I've always had a problem with them.
Fascinating.
So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Well,
this is fun.
Yeah. So I was like cutting the crap out of it and with what we call the lightsaber.
Yep.
It's like a battery powered one.
Yep.
And it's heavy.
The lightsaber. I like that. I'm going to call ours that from now on.
It's so heavy and it hurts my shoulder. Yeah. But whatever.
But
anyways,
we need Harry Potter magic to take care of bushes and sinuses.
Dude, I wish.
Where's Madame Pomfrey when I need her?
Right. Or Neville. Neville's getting there, sort of.
It's true.
Kind of.
It's true. He's got some ideas. All right. So last week we did chapters 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
Which were the Ministry of Magic, the Hearing, and the Woes of Mrs. Weasley. I had my book open before we started. I just want to call out that I know you were my super shit together. Prepared. So tonight, power through 3 chapters again. Chapters 10, 11, and 12, which are Luna Lovegood, The Sorting Hat's New Song, and Professor Umbridge. Gosh dang it. And dogs clawing at nothing. All right. So for chapter 10, my summary is get to the train. Hello, Luna. And there's horses now? Maybe?
Sort of.
Question mark? That's why I brought the book tonight.
There must be a picture.
There is, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It doesn't look much like the ones in the movie, but I really like it. They're both beautiful in their own right, I'll say.
Yeah.
You can judge for yourself.
Okay. Cool.
So, did you relate to this chaos getting out the door?
Dude, okay. So, like, first off, Harry having this crazy dream, and then just all of a sudden waking up, and Ron is dressed and yelling at him, like, Mom needs us to go. Like, why didn't anybody wake him up or anybody else up? Or
you would think.
Yeah. Or is... I don't know. You guys have magic, like set weird magic alarms or something. Like go off in the whole house. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make too much sense.
But yeah, I think the chaos was a little crazy. And then what made me laugh about Harry going, well, we have to have so many guards and stuff and whatnot, and he doesn't understand what's going on. He's like, what, is Voldemort going to be hiding behind a bunch of trash bins? And I thought it was funny because of Moody and the trash bins.
The dustbins.
Like, hey, look, there you go.
But he's not totally crazy. Things can jump out of dustbins,
I guess.
I suppose.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But yeah, so much getting out the door. I kind of appreciate that Mrs. Weasley does not fight Sirius when he's like, why can't a dog tag along? And she's like, you're an idiot, but whatever. It's, your funeral.
Dumbledore totally told him not even as a dog. Like, he couldn't go. And yet...
But also, he's an adult.
Exactly.
If he wants to risk getting killed or get back in Azkaban, that's on him.
Yep. And that's kind of what I said too, because I was just like, I mean, he's going, he needs out of the house. You can tell.
Desperately needs out of the house.
Especially as he's like chasing butterflies or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember, but
he's chasing everything.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, like he needed out of the house. And I do like that Molly didn't, force that one.
Yeah. I like that didn't turn into this big thing again. It was just, hey, I want to go. Hey, that's a bad idea. But like I said, your funeral.
Right. Exactly. Like his choice, his whatever. So, I mean, it is what it is. I cannot figure out my mic today. Sorry about the clicking. Okay. And then they just leave with Harry. And I was like, what is going on? Like, where's the rest of the kids?
Which we find out later. Right? But yeah, it is a little weird.
I was just like, they're hurrying Harry out, but like, where's everybody else?
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. No, it is a little like, okay. Also interesting, this chaos. Tonks is like, see you soon, I would assume. And I'm like, why would you assume that?
Right.
What are we assuming? Why are we going to see
It's got to be, I mean, it's got to be with Voldemort. So one of those kinds of things.
That or just assuming they'll come back for holiday break. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just that assumption? I don't know.
I mean, it's just they never have before. So, but I do like her disguise.
Yes.
As an old lady or
I love it.
Like gray hair or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
And she's like, yeah, I got this. No problem.
Right.
Cool.
And then what's going on with Sturgis? Like,
that's a good question.
Was he stolen by Voldemort's people? Is he being held up? Somehow is he like has he shown up in between the other 2 times that he was supposed to show up or not? Like, we don't get a lot of context with that, but it's fishy right now because obviously we know all of these other things are going on. So it's super duper fishy to me. Yes.
It's also funny how quickly, again, this is war. This is very fitting and very relatable to anybody who's been in like a crazy intense situation like this of like, you suddenly don't trust anybody.
No.
Sorry. Somebody's late for an appointment or something like that. And it's like, what happened to them? Who took them? Where did they go?
Yeah.
Are they a spy? Like,
Jesus.
Like, maybe he stubbed his toe on the way out the door and was late. Like, but you just go into this immediate panic frenzy.
Right. Yeah, which is for sure.
Kind of bizarre.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things where you're just kind of like, can I trust this person? Can I not? Like, what's actually going on? Who, what, when, where, why?
Yep.
How?
And how much do you trust all your friends?
I know, right? I mean, and that's the thing is like, can you actually trust? Like, are they friends? Are they not friends? Can you actually trust them? Not trust them? I don't know.
You don't know.
But anyways, so they all get to the train.
Woo.
And
we subtly fall through the barrier.
Right.
Which I think is funny. That's something the movies just like completely forgot about. They just like sprint at the barrier.
Right.
Whereas in the book, they're like, doo, 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 doo.
Yep. And out. What was I going to say? Moody's cap, porter, like,
oh, yeah.
Like his porter hat, disguise was really kind of cool. It's old school, but it's cool.
Yeah. It's also kind of funny of all these things of like, ooh, I'm going to put on a hat and I'll be disguised. It's like, really?
I mean, if he brings it down over his weird eye.
His magic eye.
Yeah.
That's not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
So.
But then Harry has to depart, getting on the train.
Yeah.
The prefix are special.
So like, I completely understand that like the prefix have to do certain things. Like there's always, whenever you get a new job, there is always going to be that, that day of orientation. These are what you're supposed to do. This is what you're not supposed to do. Like these are your rules, whatever. So I totally get that. But like the way that they make it so weird, like it's just so awkward.
Yeah. I like Ron continually being like, but I'm not enjoying this.
Right.
I'm not
but he
Percy.
Totally is. I mean, he's not Percy.
He's
totally enjoying the fact that he's got something to himself.
But he has to keep reminding. He feels like he doesn't actually need to.
Right.
Like Harry laughs and goes, I know.
Yeah.
Like he feels the need to keep reminding Harry.
Right. But I think that's part of like what was going on at the beginning of the book where like, there's such a problem at the beginning. And so I think that's why he's kind of like having a problem.
Yeah. Agreed. So he goes off with Ginny and Neville.
Yep.
Which is kind of cute. Nice little trio there.
First it was just Ginny and then they meet up with Neville. And he's like, there's no seats anywhere. And Ginny goes, there's some here.
It's just Loony Lovegood.
Yeah.
Ouch. Let's not.
There was quite a bit in this chapter of that kind of like wordage, and
it's an earned nickname, and I don't think Luna would actually care.
Right.
But let's not call people rude nicknames behind their back.
Right. Exactly.
Regardless of whether or not they care about it.
Right. Exactly. Yep. I mean, if she's the one spreading it herself,
that's different.
That's a completely different thing. But I doubt it.
Yeah.
So
not so much.
But she does sound interesting. It's the only word I could come up with. She's when awesome. Like first kind of reading about her is like, she just sounds interesting. I'm like, okay,
she's a character.
Very strange kid.
Marches to the beat of her own drummer.
But whatever. I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
Neville's so excited for his plant.
Yes.
It's so stinking cute.
I mean, it's definitely stinking.
Well, that too. But the fact that he got this from an uncle, presumably the one that threw him out of a window to figure out whether that was his uncle.
Oh, whatever.
Because I was thinking it was his uncle that threw him out the window to figure out whether or not he was magical or not as a baby.
That was an uncle, yes.
So I was like, oh, maybe we have accepted the fact he is magical. And now instead of judging him for what he can't do, we are leaning into what he can do.
Right.
And I love how proud he is of this little plant.
I thought it was really cool that he was so excited about this plant. But why stab it?
Right. That's a little. What happened?
Obviously know that there is stuff. And he goes, watch this. And I'm like, but then he goes, I've never done that before.
I don't think he's ever poked it that hard before.
Okay. Literally everything. Awesome. But then is it Luna that makes it all go away? No, Hermione.
Hermione does.
It was just like one of those funny things like, okay, here you go. Now that they're on the train, they can do their magic.
They can do their magic again now that they're back on the train.
Right.
School has started.
Right.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. So we find out about the Quibbler and read some of these articles. And Harry's like, oh, Sirius is innocent. Oh, not because he's in a band.
Right.
I wrote so close.
Yeah, I just was very confused by some of those articles and stuff.
That's the idea. They're supposed to be utterly ridiculous.
And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, like, even a fake story has some truth to it.
Every one of them has a little bead.
Yep. It always starts somewhere, because, I mean,
Also, Hermione puts her foot in her mouth a couple times here.
Oh, totally, with Luna.
Like, it's rubbish. And she's like, my dad's the editor.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yep. I was like, and cue the awkwardness and the cold from Luna, which is actually kind of interesting because Harry describes her as being like strange, but like the eyeballs, like this weird, like almost flirty thing with Ron, and then like super cold with Hermione when Hermione says the thing about the magazine.
A little rude. I do have to say, Luna laughing at Ron's joke, that like, if you've ever had something that just tickles you just the right way and you're done. I've had this happen multiple times to me, but one of my favorites is when I was in high school, my parents came home with Chinese food and my dad starts laying it across the counter and it's orange chicken, whatever. He's putting it all out. And then he was like, hey, I also thought I'd try it. Does anybody want Peking pork? And I looked over and said, is it looking at you? And I just doubled over. I was in tears. I couldn't breathe for the next hour. Like, I couldn't do anything because Peking pork just made me laugh so hard for literally no reason. Yeah. And my parents both kind of like looking at me like, are you okay? You gonna be okay? And like, nobody else finds this funny except me.
Yeah.
So I can relate to Luna.
I know,
just
right?
Having that thing that tickles you just right. And everyone else is like, what?
Yeah.
I had to laugh so hard.
One of my times doing something like that was I was in Australia when I was 16. Well, I was almost 16. And I didn't know that during their wet season, the animals tend to go into the sewer lines and everything. So like snakes and frogs and all these things or whatever. And so the very first time I go to sit on a toilet in Australia, there was a frog in it.
Looking at you? So
like I have my pants down, doors locked, whatever. I'm with a bunch of other high schoolers and the youngest one out of the group. And I go to sit down and all I hear is ribbit out of the toilet. And I literally tried to pull up my pants and run at the same time. And I fell into the door and the frog like jumps and everybody's trying to figure out like what the heck's going on. I finally get the door open. My pants are sort of up, not totally, but sort of. And I can't stop laughing at how ridiculous this whole
situation is.
And I'm like trying to pull my pants up. I'm trying to stop laughing. And it was just, it was amazing. One of the funniest things in the whole world to me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was like,
I'm going to put a little Post-it note inside your toilet. Just says ribbit.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Malfoy.
Yep.
How did he get prefect? I always want to say perfect, and then I have to remember
that's what you did. I thought you censored yourself there. No, I was like, why?
It's because I had to rearrange the words in my brain before I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I guess. I mean, he's the most popular in
he's
that
also
house.
Not dumb.
No.
And if Snape's had some influence in here.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe Dumbledore had some influence in here.
Who picks the prefix?
We talked about a little bit in the last chapter that they said Dumbledore's got a reason for everything, or Harry was thinking that with picking Ron. So I think Dumbledore gets final say, but like I would guess that all of the house heads are like, here's my suggestion.
Right.
And I think this is an interesting turn in Malfoy's story. Now that Voldemort's back, I think Dumbledore and Snape are both trying to help him not follow Daddy.
Oh, interesting.
So I think they're both hoping that one, we give you a little bit of power to see what you do with it.
Yeah, for sure.
And also this now lets us watch you a little bit closer.
Yep.
And lets mommy and daddy be proud of you and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I think this is potentially the start of them trying to make sure we are not making little Death Eaters in Hogwarts.
I also think in the author's way of doing it is that he's really the only Slytherin we know except for Crabbe and Goyle.
Sure.
That's always constantly talked about. So it would be weird to pull some other random name out of the hat and be like, oh, this is the prefect. And
here's someone you've never met before.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be a little bit weird. So, and is Pansy actually his girlfriend or?
She's more of a groupie.
Okay. And it's kind of what I always kind of felt like, but at the same time, it was one of those I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. For all I know, they're on again, off again at this point, but I think she's more of a groupie.
Right.
Is him talking about dogging a coincidence? Or does he know something?
I think he plays that he knows things, but I don't think he actually always knows things. And I think in this situation, I think it's just more of
sheer dumb luck.
Yeah. Yep. And I took that sentence a different way. Instead of I didn't even catch the dogging. I caught more of the threat underlying. So to me, it obviously when I read it for Hermione and Harry, I just was like,
the way they look at each other.
Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. But at the same time, to me, I saw that being more of a threat and not picking out that specific word.
I agree. I think Harry and Hermione read a little bit too much into it.
Yep.
I think it was more coincidence. But yeah.
It's almost again, the author's trying to they make you think something specific when in reality, I don't think that's the direction it actually is.
Or if it's not coincidence, sure, you saw a dog running around on the platform with them and you're like, that's a little suspicious. Let me see if there's something there. And then they don't react.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think he really knows anything.
And I mean, who knows? Harry could have gotten a dog over the summer.
Yeah, Dursleys.
Right?
So we get to school.
Yep.
No Hagrid.
I'm bummed about that. And I honestly don't even remember reading about this
mission.
No, not the mission. The teacher.
Grubbly Plank.
Yes.
She's the one in the fourth book that when Hagrid tries to quit because of Skeeter's article.
Oh,
she's the one who brings in the unicorns.
Yes. Okay.
She's the one who teaches with the unicorns.
I do remember that now. But earlier, it's just reading it and I'm I don't recall this person ever being in the fourth book.
She's also the one.
It's such a small piece.
It's a very small piece. And she's also just name dropped in the third book that Hagrid takes over as care magical creatures so that Professor Grubbly Plank can enjoy the limbs that they have left.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. There's no further mention of that, but so these carriages.
Yeah. They're interesting sounding. And why is Harry really the only one at first that can only see them? It's so strange. It's almost like people are trying to make him look like he is crazy, psychotic. Yes.
What are your theories on why he can see something now?
I think it has something to do with Voldemort, because when Voldemort took a piece of Harry, it linked the two of them together. And so I think it has something to do with that link between the two. But the fact that Luna also can see them is a little unnerving.
Yes.
And I don't think Harry was comforted by that at all.
This quote, though, from Luna, it just Oh my God.
But she also doesn't
her so
explain exactly what she sees.
Nope.
So it's almost like, is she seeing something different? Is she not?
She can see
like,
them.
Okay.
So yeah, I love her quote about like, don't worry, I can see them too. You're just as sane as I am. Here's like, oh, good. Oh,
yeah.
Great.
Exactly.
That quote is one of my favorites. You're just as sane as I am. It's like, I can't wait to get this far with thing one. I'm going to like highlight that to her.
Right. But yeah, I almost wonder if like they've always been there and nobody's just paid attention, or if there's just something more where Harry's power has grown and he just doesn't realize his power has grown so he can see more things. I don't know. But yeah.
I will tell you, we do get a reason soon.
Cool.
And I will also tell you, this is kind of fun. It is the largest plot hole in the books.
Plot hole?
Yes.
Like it just drops?
Nope.
And they should have picked it up?
Nope. It's a mistake. The author has fully admitted her rationale between why he can see them now is 100% a mistake on her part.
Oh no.
She has tried to backpedal and justify it. And she's like, this is my reasoning now. It doesn't work, but it's what she has kind of been like, see, I knew what I was doing, but she's like, no, I screwed up.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So you'll have to tell me what that's set, or like what
you'll know as soon as they say why the two of them can see them. They're called thestrals, but why they can see them, you're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Please tell me they're not like long lost siblings or something.
Oh God,
weird.
No. They're not like that.
Okay, cool.
So
like, Luke Skywalker and Leia.
No. They are not related.
Okay, good.
So I brought my fun illustrated Jim K book tonight. And this is the last one by Jim K. I don't have an illustrated book for 6 or 7.
I mean, supposedly there's new ones coming out by somebody else.
They have a new illustrator. I'm excited, but it still won't be the same.
Right.
So if you have the illustrated, I'm on page 135 and I'll hold it up, and again, I'll try to put stuff as I can. So it's really cute because this is your first visual of Luna.
Okay.
It's exactly how I picture her.
Yeah.
Kind of the bug-eyed, starey look, the blonde hair.
The praying mantis is weird.
The praying mantis is a little weird. And then, then we have Neville with his toad with a cactus shirt, which is kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And she's reading the Quibbler upside down.
I like that there's snakes on the picture because of Harry.
Well, it's all of them. It's Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw.
Oh, and then here.
There's a badger, Hufflepuff. You're wearing your Hufflepuff shirt tonight.
Interesting. Yes, I am. This one is courtesy of Cassie.
And then I jump ahead a few pages and there's our creepy horse.
Interesting. It almost does like have that dragon look and the spaghetti hair and interesting. Very bat-like too. Okay.
So,
I like it. Nice.
It is here. I'll turn it for a moment for those of you on YouTube. But again, we'll try to get a screenshot if I can when I put this on Facebook. It's very different than the movies, but I think they are very beautiful and well described in their own right.
Yes.
And
cool. I was imagining like that leather look and everything.
She's a little leathery. She can see like the ribs and stuff. And
interesting.
Bridled, and
that's cool.
He's very cool. He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to bring this book tonight for that one reason. So ridiculously heavy.
I know, right?
All right. So Harry's just as sane as Luna.
Yep.
Which takes us to chapter 11. Yes. Sorting Hat's new song. So my little summary is we're really worried about Hagrid. The Hat issues a warning and hi, Professor Umbridge.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing that. The actress in the movie does it so well where she just comes and she's like,
yikes. Okay. So Umbridge's dark arts teacher, which we had already kind of
surmised. Is Luna wrong that Hagrid's not a phenomenal teacher?
I mean, yes. However, I think every teacher has their own style of teaching. And not every child does well with every style, like every teacher's style. I would say like the school the girls go to, I don't think if Water had gotten the teachers that Thing One got, that she would have done as well as how she is doing now, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I definitely had teachers that I thrived under.
Yeah.
That my brother didn't.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yep.
Because I just happened to be older than him, so I went first. So like there's teachers I didn't like that then he loved.
Right.
And so it's, everyone learns a little differently. And this is also when we find out Luna's in Ravenclaw.
Yes.
That might have been said in the last chapter. I don't remember. But we also know Ravenclaw are the book smart. They're kind of, for lack of a better term, I am one. I don't use this derogatory. She's a nerd.
Yeah.
And so like this idea that Hagrid comes in with these blast-ended scroots and has no idea how to take care of them is going to piss her off.
Yeah. But at the same time, it also makes Hermione kind of angry.
Yes. Hermione pauses.
Yes. But at the same time, so like, while I don't think that he's a phenomenal teacher, I think he teaches in his own way. And I think that he gets a lot of grief as a teacher because he's never been a teacher and things like that. So I think while he might not be phenomenal, I think he is a good teacher. He still cares. He still tries
100%.
to have everybody learn something. Like he may not know everything about every magical creature, but
he's introduced them to a lot though.
Yes. Yep. And he he tries and he's learning along with the kids, which can be good and it can be bad. So I just kind of think that, but I think too that if you know of Harry Potter at all within the school, you know that he is fiercely attached to Hagrid.
Right.
So like at that side, it's one of those, why are you saying anything kind of thing.
But Luna doesn't know that.
How does Luna not know that?
Because she's not his year.
I guess.
She's younger, so they've never been in class together.
Yeah.
They're Like, I don't know how she would know that.
Maybe.
So it's kind of the same with, she stuck her foot in her mouth the same way Hermione stuck her foot in.
Right.
True. So it's kind of the same, but I was like, you're not wrong, but also like, there's something to be said for being a good guy. And he has introduced him to a lot of stuff. And he is, while he is fiercely there for Harry and Ron and Hermione, for the most part, besides telling them to go find Aragog, like, he's there for all of the students.
Yes.
Which is
for sure.
There's something to be said there.
Yep. So the nice cardigan comment. So what has been bothering me about these last couple of chapters is just the underhanded compliments or the underhanded like the talking that's But the nice cardigan thing, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie A Walk to Remember.
No.
Okay. So in that movie, the popular kids are mean to Manny Morris' character, and the popular kid Landon's best friend is like, nice sweater, and she goes, thanks, and keeps walking, and then they like make it a whole thing and make fun of her and stuff like that in like behind her back, and it just reminded me of that. And I'm just like, you don't have to appreciate what everybody else is wearing, but like, don't be snarky.
Yes, this is where I am being very clear here. I'm not justifying shit, but this is where I do kind of do that cringe head tilt of Ron's clearly growing up in a house with a bunch of boys.
Yeah.
And a very frantic mother who can't keep an eye on all of them at all times. And more recently, a dad kind of going ballistic too.
Yep.
So again, not justifying it is not okay.
Yep.
But I at least see at 15 years old where he's
Yes, where he's coming from.
He's just being a jerk.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, maybe she's cold. I mean, who knows?
Who cares? But it's also Umbridge. So while you have said when like the twins gave Dudley the toffee thing and you're like, it's Dudley, who cares? We'll see at the end of this book, I'm going to say, it's Umbridge, who fucking cares? Be mean to her all you want.
I mean, so far I haven't liked her, but
yes, no, I'm 1,000% with you here. So we get a new hat song that is no longer about the differences in the houses.
Yeah. Can we make a note that this is one of the first years that they've actually gotten to see the Sorting Hat?
This is now the third time.
Is it?
Year one?
Well, yeah, year one.
We talked about this in the last book because that year 4 was the most recent time that they were both like,
they did
and we talked about the differences in that last time. I meant to go back to my notes and find, let's see how quickly I can do this because it would have been 4. It would have been towards the beginning. Christina's type of camping. There we go. Okay. Dark Mark. I'm getting there.
It's chapter 10. That's too far.
Media lies. No, that's chaos after the match. Because remember, we have the whole. So it would have been right around here, and I don't have it with me. But anyway, yes, we talked about last time.
That's right. I remember that now.
What the differences in the house were, because you went kind of from smart to clever and for lack of a better term, Slytherin being bad to cunning. Like you kind of mixed up the terms. Right.
Yep. But he was doing that on purpose.
Oh, different hat songs. I just made a note. I wrote it in my book. I didn't write it in my notes. That's right here. Yeah. But in this case, instead of talking about the houses, he uses a lot of the same words of cunning for Slytherin and brave for Gryffindor, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Instead of talking about the houses, he goes into why unity is important.
Yes.
Why we all need to be here for each other. And what's the actual united will fall, united. And we must unite inside her, being the castle, or will crumble from within. I have told you, I have warned you. Now let the sorting begin. So it issues a warning instead.
Yeah, it's like a massive warning, which we've been saying this about some of the books, that it's kind of very much like the real world right now. And that warning was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh yeah. And it's all stuff that like people are talking about now. Like, you know, we do need that unity. We need everybody to come together. We need to have more kindness. We need whatever.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
It makes it funny that this book came out so long ago and it's still kind of like, obviously they're wizards. They live in a magical world, whatever. We don't have that. We don't live like that, but there's so much more prominent
so
things.
Much.
So,
Yep. It's also why I get frustrated with the author now. But that's a different story.
Where am I at? The other part would be learning from the past, which again is something we need to be learning now.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Right.
If you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it.
Over and over and over.
Here we are.
Yep.
So but Sir Nick says it's done this before when the school's been in danger.
Yeah, but when does it feel like he just cuts out in the middle of his sentence, and I'm just like,
he cuts out and then he comes back again later.
Right, he comes back, but I still don't feel like he fully like answers the question necessarily. Like
he kind of does, because Hermione stops and says, "What were you saying before the sorting? About giving warnings, blah blah blah." Yeah, stand together, be strong from within, and then Ron.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, said Nick. And then I like this question though, that Ron, it is a good question as much as I tease Ron. how does it know if the school's in danger? And Nick's like, well, it sits in Dumbledore's office, which is full of portraits from the previous headmasters and mistresses. So it hears more than you do.
Yeah, for sure.
It knows.
It does. It knows a lot. And it has a whole year to think up songs. So.
It also sat and listened to Harry give Dumbledore and Sirius a rundown of what happened in the graveyard at the end of the last book.
Yes.
It heard everything.
I swear she pooped before the thing and it smells like she is, but she's not. She's farting. But I keep looking and I'm like, is she getting up? Like, what the heck is going on? It smells.
Chilling. She being a good girl tonight.
Yeah, except last week. I am sorry about last week. She's doing a lot better.
Crazy dog.
Yeah,
she's very happy this week.
So Malfoy and Harry, Ron goes, yeah, I don't want to be friends with Slytherins. But I have a feeling that Malfoy and Harry are going to be friendly opponents, but they're never going to be true friends. Kind of like Snape tolerates Harry, but like gives him all the punishments. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So they'll be friendly, but I don't think they're going to ever really like fully
that's fair.
Best friends or whatever.
Hermione's summary of Umbridge's speech is perfect.
Yes.
The ministry's interfering at Hogwarts.
Yep.
Again, timely.
I was like, Harry, trust your gut.
Yep.
Because,
well, then his gut gets him in trouble in the next chapter. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I laugh at that he's looking at all the first years walking by and he's like, I was never that young.
I know, right? We all think that.
I thought that every time I go back to visit like my undergrad or high school or anything, I'm like, oh my God, they're such babies.
I know, right?
I was never this young.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. So there's some tension in the dorm.
Yeah, in their room. I like that Seamus is like, don't come after my mother. It's like almost like really bad your mama jokes.
Yes.
But they're not really actually like jokes. They're not even anything like that. But like it's the fact that they've always been friendly and now they're butting heads. And again, if you know Harry Potter, you have lived in the same dorm for now 5 years. You have seen him go through a lot of things. Like, obviously, they're not in the inner circle. And so they don't know everything. But it's not like you can't see him, falling off his broom and stuff like that. Like, like they're still seeing things when Harry comes to bed. Like bruises and
so I'm like first year everyone knows, second year everyone knows, third year no one knows,
right?
Literally.
Yep.
Fourth year we're all guessing. This is the problem.
Yep.
Which I'm trying to remember what the exact conversation was. Maybe you can remember. I put a pin in this 2 weeks ago. That is when we were talking about how much Sirius and Molly were debating about how much to tell Harry.
Yes.
And it was kind of that, well, what's he going to be finding out at school?
Right.
And I had said, I'm going to put a pin in this because of this reaction right now.
Right. Because
of the garbage that everyone else is being fed.
Right.
Which is why I was like, I think Harry needs to know to a point, but not anymore, because this is his fight.
Right.
His fight is not whatever secret weapon Voldemort's after.
Right.
His fight is unifying his friends.
Right.
With him.
Right.
So I have to go back and re-listen to that episode, because like there was a pin in that.
It's definitely a tension. Like it is going to be tension. Like everybody's turning on each other, especially turning on Harry at this point, because nobody knows what to believe and they're being fed all of these things. And then now in the next chapter, you have a teacher that's going to be feeding them a bunch of lies. And so it's just kind of like you have to bring everything into your brain, and then you kind of have to decide and filter through on what you do believe and what you don't believe. And not everybody's going to believe the same things, and that's okay. But I think there also is a way of going like, I also know this person, you know, I've lived with them every day, basically for 4 years, 5 years. So like
coming up on 5 years, so 4 years,
like, there's that benefit of a doubt too, kind of a thing, you know, especially at that age. So
they're coming off of what, 3 months, 2 months, 3 months at home.
Yeah.
So maybe this is kind of the detox back into who our friends are.
Right.
Maybe it just takes time.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know,
but it is a lot for Harry at 15 to have to be dealing with, like all of this backlash, all of this, you're a liar, you're not a liar, like all of the Voldemort stuff, the Cedric stuff, just literally everything that he has literally had to go through in the last 4 years is just a lot for a 15-year-old to have to deal with. So
in his last thought of like, they'll know we're right in the end is a little threatening.
It is. I feel like he's getting angrier and angrier as the book goes on, because it started at the end of the last book. He like would snap. He got more angry very easily. He's short-tempered, whatever. And then everything over the summer of not getting information and all that stuff. And then his friends. And I just feel like he's getting a shorter and shorter fuse on literally everything right now.
Welcome to the theme of book 5.
Yeah. And part of it, again, kind of brings me back to he's linked to Voldemort in a way. So like, is that the rub on? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he's also a neglected 15-year-old.
Right.
There's some shit to work through there.
I mean, he definitely needs some sort of therapy.
Hogwarts needs a therapist.
Yeah, I
more
think
than
I wrote
one
for the next chapter.
Probably.
So, yeah.
So I jokingly earlier in this book said, "Welcome to Shouty Harry, book 5." So moving to chapter 12 as we continue, Shouty Harry.
Right.
My summary is time to meet our new defense against the dark arts teacher who doesn't believe Voldemort is back or in letting kids do any magic.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But if you know the theory and you study hard. No. Okay. Go ahead.
Twins are now doing testing correctly.
Yes.
Thank you.
But Hermione is like, you can't do that.
Why? Why?
Exactly.
Hermione.
And then like, Ron, don't bring me into this. I was like, that's funny.
Hard pass.
Yep.
Confirm that she rooms with Lavender.
Yes.
Because you said a couple books about, I don't remember who she rooms with.
Yeah.
So Lavender, who also doesn't believe them.
I like that Angelina is now the new captain of Quidditch. And I do like the fact that she's like, you're part of the Quidditch team. And
let's go.
Yeah, like you need to be there. I think it's very just a logical thing for her. There's no actual feeling towards like, is he lying? Is he not lying? Is he like a piece of shit? Whatever. She's just like, you're part of the Quidditch team, so therefore be there at 5.
You're still a good seeker. Great, let's go.
Exactly. Just very straight and to the point.
Sorry, my nose is going nuts right now.
Yes.
I'm trying.
And then we go to our first class with Professor Binns. And they decide to basically sleep through it. But it's about the giant wars. That would have been a very important lesson to learn and to listen to rather than playing Hangman. Because they probably could have actually learned quite a bit of what happened the last time. And why giants are fighting against each other, why Hagrid is different, like all of that stuff. And I think that's
different. They could have helped him. They know he's not back, probably for something related.
Exactly. And that's where I was like, you guys could have learned something and like helped lead them to like something. It's just like, come on.
Completely agree.
Right.
I think it's cute. Cho's not blaming Harry.
Yes.
So it appears.
She at
least wants to talk to him.
Yep, for sure.
He's not trying to kill him.
Though Ron jumping down Cho's throat about
being a bandwagon fan.
Yeah. Reminded me of the whole thing with NFL and women when Taylor Swift started going to the Chiefs games, and everybody's like, well, women don't like football, so everybody's just, here for this. And I'm like, I've always loved football. Like,
I'm the sports ball person in our marriage.
I am too. And so it's just one of those like things where I'm just like, I mean, come on. So yeah, I just was like really angry about that. I was like, Ron, shut up.
Read the room.
Right. And the fact that she just is like so angry about it and like walks away, I find that funny.
Yeah, she puts him in his place.
Yeah. Kind of like Luna does to Hermione earlier.
Yes.
So but poor Harry, I mean, he just really wants to talk to Cho without a room full of people and
being covered in pus.
Yeah. And like, yeah. Just let him talk to the poor girl.
I need this potion for calming anxiety and to soothe agitation.
I said the same thing. I was like, everybody needs this. Yes.
I need this now. But Snape's still an asshole. Cool. Nothing changed there.
Yeah. Well, Snape's whole thing of you must get an acceptable or else.
Or don't do potions again.
Well,
I wrote shucks in my book.
Well, he specifically says you'll have to deal with me. And I'm like, it's basically like, get it or else. Like,
yep.
I was like, okay, cool. Whatever. So Umbridge's class.
We're there in Umbridge's class. Yes, we are. Sorry, I screenshotted something on my phone. So I realize we've talked a lot about wands, cores, and a little bit about wood that wands are made out of. Harry makes a note at the beginning of this that Umbridge's wand is short.
Yes.
I was like, we haven't talked about wand lengths. Do all your tongue-in-cheek innuendos here. So I Googled it. And yeah, according to like Pottermore, Wikipedia Potter. Oh, come back. There we go. The wand length is a significant factor in a wizard's magical aptitude, reflecting their personality and style of spellcasting. Longer wands are obviously associated with more powerful, dramatic magic and a big personality, while short wands may suit those for a more refined or precise style of magic. The length is also believed to correlate with the height. But yeah, it is. So since she has a quote unquote shorter wand, then maybe she has an appreciation for very precise magic. She's not going to be the one waving all around, casting everything, kind of like Moody was.
Right.
She's going to be, I shouldn't say Moody, not Moody. Barty Crouch Jr. Was in Moody's body. She's going to be more, what's the word I'm trying to come up with? Precise isn't the word, but everything she does is going to have a lot of thought and meaning behind it.
Right.
She's very particular.
But it almost makes me wonder if she really can do magic in that way. Because of the way that it's written in that is that like, it almost sounds like this is why she's trying to teach them the theory, because she can't necessarily do the more magical stuff, and why she's so angry at all the other teachers having taught them like actual magic is because maybe she doesn't know how to actually do all of the things that the other teachers have taught them.
So one will say she can. Okay. But I think the interesting point here is same with like the cores that we've talked about, especially for like the champions wands in the last book. This isn't necessarily the magic she does. It's everything she does, how she dresses, the book she picks, the way she talks to people, the speech she made at the beginning of the school year is very planned. Yes. It's very chess.
Yes.
She's playing chess. Let's be real, Dumbledore playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Yep.
So like everything she does and her choice to not use magic in the room and not show her power in front of the kids
is specific.
Is very planned and particulate.
Okay.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah. And I basically wrote that the ministry is trying to prove a point at this point. They're trying to overreach and they are trying to shush Dumbledore and use their way of getting Umbridge in there to basically help sell the fact that Harry is just a crazy kid. And so they're definitely twisting a lot of things and having her in the class.
She also does this assessment of past teachers.
Yes.
Where she calls, what does she call Lupin? A dangerous half-breed or something like that. Half-breed. And then she said, and then you had, your last teacher was doing unforgivable illegal curses in the classroom. And it was Dean, I think, that jumps up and goes, well, he turned out to be a nutter, wasn't he? So they all know. The students know that they were not taught by Moody last year. Because it wasn't Harry that said it.
Yep.
So they believe some of what they were told right off the bat.
Yes.
But they all know it was not Moody teaching them last year.
Yes.
Because the way he jumps up, he's like, whoa.
Right.
That wasn't our fault. That was a Death Eater teaching us, breaking the law.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's all helpful stuff. So it was
it turned out to be very helpful.
I get why, you don't want to teach kids certain things, but at the same time, it could save someone's life, which is what Harry and Hermione and basically the whole class is well, don't we need to actually learn to say the words and to do the actual magic and everything, because we are not going to be attacked in our classroom.
Yeah.
They're not going to be attacked in the classroom. So they need to have the practical experience for when they're not in the classroom, because that is how you learn.
Which leads us to a wonderful point that she says getting good grades on exams is, quote, what school is all about. I wrote no in all caps with multiple exclamation points. Actually, my notes only have one. In the book, I wrote multiple exclamation points. No, that is not what school is about. It's not to get good grades on exams. Exams are to help a teacher know
where you're at.
What's catching with the students, what's not.
Yep.
You're trying to teach our kids multiplication right now. Yeah. Do a little weekly test, do a little whatever, so you know what pieces of teaching are sticking across the board and what's not, and what can be refined from the teacher's aspect, not the students.
Yeah. But on the other hand, for me, I don't ever pass a test.
I suck at tests.
Tests aren't necessarily the point.
No.
It's
that's why I'm tests are not the point.
Yeah, no.
Tests are a tool for the teacher.
And even then it still doesn't necessarily show the teacher the true
as an average it helps
most of the time.
As an average across the board.
Yeah.
It helps.
But Umbridge is definitely peddling what Fudge wants her to peddle in the classroom. And it's not okay. But yeah.
So Harry loses his shit.
Yep.
Gets detention.
Yep.
And then he goes to McGonagall.
Well, he gets detention for losing his shit. And then he loses his shit even more.
Again. Well,
and then goes to McGonagall.
She's also fucking gaslighting him.
Oh, for sure.
I'm here to help. I'm your friend. You're being told a lot.
Yeah, no.
Somebody jinxed this woman already.
Right.
I'm already annoyed with her.
Right.
It's about to get so much worse. She's gaslighting them. And so then Harry loses it again.
Yep. Goes to McGonagall.
Not condoning yelling at your teachers, even if they're being dumb.
However.
But.
Sometimes you have to.
I had to quote this. I wrote down the page number so I could pull it up. All right. All right. So McGonagall says, they close the door. You were sent. Well, says McGonagall, is it true? Is what true? Is it true that you shouted at Umbridge? Yes. You called her a liar? Yes. You told her he who must not be named is back? Yes. McGonagall then sits down, says, have a biscuit, Potter.
Yep.
I love her so much.
Yep.
And so it's like, okay. I think McGonagall saw this conversation coming.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
She had the biscuits ready to go.
Yep, for sure. But McGonagall with the truth bombs. So you watch your back. Be careful.
To tread carefully.
Yep. Stop over talking because you're gonna get yourself into trouble. Yeah, because she's right. Like, who is Umbridge
reporting
associated to and reporting to? I was gonna say in bed with, and that just sounded wrong.
Hey, you don't know. I mean,
right? But yeah, so
yeah. McGonagall is trying to teach him, rightfully so, and in a good way.
Yeah.
This is not the time to be shouty Harry.
Yeah.
This is the time to sit down, gather information, learn who your friends are, and
be stealthy.
Do something else.
Work in the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah. She's trying to teach him how to prepare himself to be in the order.
Right. Essentially. Yeah.
More or less.
And how to take down people, even though he's been doing that for 4 books. So.
And to keep biscuits at the ready.
Yeah, exactly. Ginger newts.
I just love it.
I was like, okay.
Biscuit Potter. Up with what?
Right. But yeah. Okay.
So next week. I told you it was about to get worse before it got better. We're about to get more shouty Harry. No. Actually, I don't think we have much shouty Harry coming up. All right. 3 chapters next week. Chapter 13. Detention with Dolores.
Aww.
14. Percy and Padfoot.
Oh.
And 15. The Hogwarts High Inquisitor.
Interesting. Okay.
What's with Percy and Padfoot?
I know, right?
What is detention going to be?
Padfoot is serious. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
What is detention going to be?
Oh, probably something stupid like reading or like you have writing 1,000 lines of "I am a liar, Voldemort is not actually back" or something like
Damn,
that.
you just got real close.
Oh,
well done.
I mean, that would be the only way to basically like what is it called when you do that?
Just
not like brainwashing,
lines.
but it's like it's when you repeat something over and over and over to yourself, you start to actually believe it. And so it's one of those, it's like a psychological thing. But yeah, I was like, yeah.
So this is that with magic.
So, oh, great. Okay.
So.
Okay, well.
We might need some wine next week.
Probably. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys.
When does this come out? Is it New Year's yet? Almost.
Right before.
Almost.
Wait, is the date right? Because we messed up the date last time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're just gonna. Yeah.
It's very possible that this one comes out around New Year. So if it does, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy whatever you celebrate for the New Year. Because Chinese New Year is usually in February. Different. Yep. So
it's usually really close to my birthday.
Yep.
There's one time in school, I hate Valentine's Day because my birthday falls really close to Valentine's Day. There's one time I was in like 4th grade or something like that the school Valentine's Day party, my birthday, Chinese New Year, and President's Day all fell on the exact same day.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, I hate myself. Like, I can't keep all this straight. So everyone is too busy celebrating Valentine's Day and Chinese New Year and enjoying a half a day at school because it's Friday before President's Day. And I'm like,
but what about
I brought goodie bags real quick. And they're like, we don't have time for this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did. I'm sure it wasn't a big deal, but little elementary school me was like, me.
Right.
Stupid Valentine's Day.
Right. Exactly.
So yes. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Please let us know if 2026 is any better.
God, I hope so. Okay. We'll see you guys next week. I almost said next year. Oh my God.
Just please tell me my cold is gone again.
You know, right? Okay. Bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.